dinosaurs get all the glory. But aetosaurs, a heavily armored cousin of modern crocodiles, ruled the world before dinosaurs did. These tanks of the Triassic came in a variety of shapes and sizes before going extinct around 200 million years ago. Today, their fossils are found on every continent except Antarctica and Australia. Scientists use the bony plates that make up aetosaur armor to identify different species, and usually don't have many fossil skeletons to work with. But a new study led by researchers at the University of Texas at Austin centers on an aetosaur suit of armor that has most of its major parts intact. The suit, called a carapace, is about 70% complete and covers each major region of the body. Scientists have elements from the back of the neck and shoulder region all the way to the tip of the tail. Usually, they find very limited material. Researchers used the armor to identify the specimen as a new aetosaur species, which they named Garzapeto mulleri. The name Garza recognizes Garza County in northwest Texas, where the aetosaur was found, and pelta is Latin for shield, a nod to aetosaur's heavily fortified body. The species name mulleri honors the paleontologist who originally discovered it, Bill Mueller. Garzapeto lived about 215 million years ago and resembled a modern American crocodile, but with much more armor. The bony plates that covered Garzapeto and other aetosaurs are called osteoderms. They were embedded directly in the skin and formed a suit of armor by fitting together like a mosaic. In addition to having a body covered in bony plates, Garzapeto's sides were flanked by curved spikes that would have offered another layer of protection from predators. Although crocodiles today are carnivores, scientists think that aetosaurs were primarily omnivorous. The spikes on Garzapeto are very similar to those found in another aetosaur species, but surprisingly, researchers found that the two species are only distantly related. The similarities they discovered are an example of convergent evolution, the independent evolution of similar traits in different species. The development of flight in insects, birds, mammals, and now extinct pterosaurs is a classic example of this phenomenon. An array of unique features on Garzapeto's plates clearly marked it as a new species. They range from how the plates fit together to unique bumps and ridges on the bones. However, figuring out where Garzapeto fit into the larger aetosaur family tree was more of a challenge. Depending on which portion of the armor the researchers emphasized in their analysis, Garzapeto would end up in very different places. Armor that ran down its back resembled armor from one species, while its midsection spikes resembled armor from another. Once the researchers determined that the spikes evolved independently, they were able to work out where Garzapeto fit best among other aetosaur species. Nevertheless, scientists said the research shows how convergent evolution can complicate things. Convergence of the osteoderms across distantly related aetosaurs has been noted before, but the carapace of Garzapeto mulleri is the best example of it and shows to what extent it can happen and the problems it causes in phylogenetic analysis. Garzapeto is part of the Texas Tech University fossil collections. In addition to different species having different armor, it's possible that an animal's age or sex could also affect armor appearance. Thank you for watching. If you've enjoyed our videos, subscribe to our channel, or there's more to come.